It's Sunday for me. I don't know what day, time you're moving in, tuning in. But it's Sunday. I just got out of the shower. I'm gonna go through my makeup and chat with you guys. And then we'll do a little workout that is going to help all you dancers and performers to protect your knees. I'm really excited to show you guys. So I just lathered my entire body with this Shea Moisture. It's non-toxic, so that is my favorite, and it smells heavenly. I'm really super big on non-toxic stuff, so this one rates really low in terms of like not having toxic ingredients. I use the app Think Dirty. I scan the product and then it will tell me like what toxins it has in there. Every single day I will use this fermented rice toner by 100% Pure. And this one is like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I've used other toners, but that it feels like it's stripping my skin. And this one kind of feels like it's plumping and adding moisture to my skin. Another 100% Pure coffee bean caffeine eye cream. Already added it. This is my go-to for eye cream. So, and then I have like 2 moisturizers that I use. I actually don't know if this one's non-toxic or not because it's from Trader Joe's, so it's probably not. But if I'm not like going anywhere or doing anything fancy, I'll just use this one because it's just cheaper and I feel like I go through moisturizer really quick. It's just from Trader Joe's, but hold on, let me grab the one that I really, really love. So this one from Fre Skincare is also vegan and doesn't have parabens or anything like that, and it's a tinted moisturizer and it has SPF. Trader Joe's has SPF 15 as well. Super important for protecting our skin, even in the winter, because the sun is still shining in our face. But we're in quarantine. I'm not really going outside as much. I'm not really seeing as many people. So I feel like this is my special one that I don't use all the time. Also, let me just say, I'm not like a professional makeup artist. I don't follow any of the like typical makeup rules. I just do my own thing. So don't judge me. show you my outfit before we get started. I've shown this outfit before. If you want the full details on the bra, I have a video on the Fabletics December outfit review. I think that's the one. But this outfit is from Fabletics. I'm doing a little mix and matchy, but they both are from Fabletics. And this one I think is the Power Hold pant. Forget the name. Both size small. And that's the outfit. Let's go get some coffee. All right, coffee is made. It is snowstorming out here in Brooklyn, New York. Crazy, so I'm definitely staying inside today. Yeah, so let me just take a sip of this coffee. I got this cup when I went to Taiwan at a glass making little museum in Taiwan, and it comes with this cute little cover. I love it because it's like still a mug, but it also keeps your coffee hot when you're doing things like talking into the camera. Ooh, yes, I love a strong cup of black coffee. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you some exercises on how you can support your knee to prevent injury, and then also these exercises are really, really great if you're experiencing any knee pain. Super, super awesome for dancers. I know a lot of times dancers do suffer from knee pain from overly externally rotating by, kind of force of turnout. These exercises are also super helpful for runners. I know a lot of runners experience knee pain. Also, I'll say for women, a lot of women in general are going to experience a higher risk of ACL injury or need of surgery just because of the shape of our bodies. So women have a more extreme Q angle is what it's called. So I'm a bad example because my hips are pretty narrow, but a lot of women have those wider hips because we got them for bearing children, right? So wider hips leads to that shape, that kind of pear shape, then leading into our legs is a little bit more narrow. So that's called the Q angle. We have a larger Q angle in comparison to men because of our hips, which is going to be more susceptible to knee injuries by having that more extreme angle. So the first exercise is we definitely want to start with our good friend, the foam roller. You can use a foam roller. You can also use a lacrosse ball. You can also, if you don't have any of those things, you can use your elbow or your fists. Just a little bit of self-myofascial release. I do recommend getting a foam roller. If you're gonna invest and spend a little bit more money, you can also invest in a Theragun. Those are really great. When we're starting our workout, we want to inhibit our overactive muscles. So we'll inhibit those overactive muscles by just doing a little self-myofascial release with, like I said, with a foam roller, a Theragun, our own little massage if that's all we have. So we're gonna start by foam rolling our inner thigh. So just in general, an often overactive muscle that we see is that inner thigh. We can see that when we're landing in a jump or we're in a squat or we're running and our knees start to cave in. So any of those things, if you are in dance class at the bar and you're landing in a jump and in the mirror you notice your knees caving in a little bit, or if you're running and you notice your knees caving in, then you're definitely gonna wanna inhibit these inner thighs, okay? You're definitely gonna wanna start foam rolling these inner thighs to help release some of that overactivity happening there. The second place that we're gonna wanna foam roll is our hamstrings. So a lot of people are also overactive and super tight in our hamstrings as well. So just by inhibiting and lengthening out these overactive muscles, we're already gonna start to support and decrease our chances of injury in the knee. These overactive muscles are gonna put more pressure on positioning our knees in not the correct way, right? So inhibit these muscles through foam rolling, and this is definitely the place to start, especially when we're moving into our exercises. We want to be using the proper muscles, and we don't want our hamstrings and we don't want our inner thighs to be overly going through the motions, right? We want more of our glutes to be in charge, for example. We want more of our tibialis muscles to have some of that strength. So the first thing we're gonna do is inhibit those muscles through a little self-myofascial release. From there, we're just gonna come into my absolute favorite position. It's definitely a really good place to start. We're gonna start by just stretching these piriformis muscles and kind of just allowing our muscles to open up so that we are, again, working towards having that external rotation of the hips so that it's not coming from the knee. So by sitting in this position, we're encouraging our hips to open up in the proper way so that it's not coming from the knee, right? So we're just gonna sit in this 90-90 position. We're gonna slowly fold over kind of the same way we would in yoga in that pigeon and piriformis stretch. So we're just gonna do 10 times. This is more dynamic. So we're doing 10 times forward and then 10 times up, forward and back, right? So we're getting those, again, those piriformis muscles and those hips nice and open and ready to work. From there, we'll stay on the same side and we're gonna do our first activation muscle. When we're focusing on the knees and injury prevention around it, we wanna take a focus onto the glutes. So oftentimes our glutes are not fired up, and that's why our knees start to cave in and do certain things that we don't want it to do. We're gonna go ahead in this 90-90 position. You're gonna flex your foot so that you're driving through the heel, and you're just gonna ever so carefully lift that foot up off the ground and lower it back down 10 times. Going to move into our opposite side, and we'll do it all again on the opposite side. So we're starting with the crawl forward with the opposite leg forward to get that piriformis stretch, and then again encouraging this external rotation happening in that back leg to allow kind of gravity to just let those hips get open so that we're promoting proper turnout. You'll then go ahead on the other side and do your glute activation from there. Your back foot coming up off the ground and lowering down 10 full times. You should really feel that glute super hyper activating. And it should really feel like it's isolated in that glute. It's way harder than it looks. If you're not able to raise your heel up that high yet, that's okay. Just keep practicing it. The next exercise we're gonna go through is some rainbows. So I really like this exercise as well because it is targeting that glute med. So it's not just the glutes that we want to focus on. We do also want to focus on that glute med, which is more of the side glute, which is going to really be helping us to properly, as I said, externally rotate so that we're not externally rotating and turning out from the knees. So this one is really hard as well if we're doing it properly. We're going to turn that foot in, right? We're gonna lean forward just a little bit as if there's water in our belly button and we're pouring the water out towards the ground. We're gonna raise our heel up, driving through the heel, doing a nice big rainbow forward and then a nice big rainbow to the back. Now I can do this and not feel it in my glutes at all. So I want you to raise your leg up as high as you can until you really feel that glute firing. The next exercise I really want to show you is kind of unique in that I don't think a lot of people are using this exercise, but it's super important, as I said, as a dancer, and then also as a runner, it's important, and then also if you're just somebody who's working to have less knee pain. So these are called tibialis raises. They're working on the front shin portion of our leg. The tibialis muscle is the decelerator muscle. So as we land in a jump, it is the muscle that is helping us to slow down and stop the movement. As we're landing in our stride, that tibialis muscle is slowing down and decelerating the movement. So to strengthen this muscle would be in our best interest, but I oftentimes don't really see people strengthening or working this muscle. Let's start with 12 tibialis raises. You're gonna lean your back up against the wall. You're going to flex your toes 12 times. The further your feet are away from the wall, the more difficult it's gonna be. Do not let your hips sag or touch the wall, just that upper back is touching. We're squeezing the glutes, we're raising those toes. Okay, let me just get another drink of coffee. All right, thank you so much, thank you so much. Okay, so the final exercise I want you guys to do is a single leg deadlift. So any sort of single leg exercise is really gonna be super helpful for identifying maybe which sides are a little weaker and which sides are a little stronger. We're strengthening and stabilizing all of those leg muscles so that that knee is not the only one kind of taking the grunt of the work. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hinge at the hips on one standing leg. That standing leg is going to be pretty straight. It's gonna have a little bit of a soft knee. Back is perfectly flat. If you're struggling with just a regular single leg deadlift, you can grab a foam roller, plop it on that opposite knee. This is gonna help you to really discover this hip hinge movement so that you can have everything kind of moving in one straight line. Okay, so those are all the exercises I want you to focus on for today. If you want, you can go through the reps that I recommended and you can do 3 to 4 sets of each exercise, or you can do it in a circuit if you want to keep it a little bit more fun and exciting and go through the circuit 3 times through. One more thing I wanted to say on this is really awesome stuff to be doing now, especially while we're still in lockdown and when we have the time. So use this time to your advantage to really get your body in the right place. And when we're back and ready to be on stage, you're gonna crush it. I hope this is helpful. I'm super passionate about injury prevention, especially for dancers and also for runners and also for women. I hope that this was helpful. I have another video right here that I think that you would absolutely adore and love. So please go click on the link, check it out. I want you to follow if you found this helpful. I want you to just subscribe. I also want you to click that little notification bell so that you know every single time I'm posting a video. If you found value in this and if you have any questions, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. Send me a DM. I will definitely get back to you. You can also leave a comment below and I will respond there as well. So I'll see you all in the next video. Other than that, have a wonderful day.